Civilized people and societies, they focus on similarities that they have and they dissolve the differences. And unfortunately, the opposite is the true, where uncivilized people and societies, they focus on the differences and they dissolve the similarities that they have. One of the best examples is in the Iraq and Syria, where the people are just fighting and killing each other. And often, as a matter of fact, the groups that are fighting and killing each other, they share the same religion, language, culture, history, and a lot of other commonalities that they have. However, they have some minor differences. For example, which sect of the religion you're coming from, or how radical you are about that ideology that you have. Really, that is a matter that they will find. They will find differences. All the time we are going to have differences. And finding that is not that difficult, or we can make one up, at any given time. But that is the more extreme one that we see in that part of the world. What about in the West? In the West, we have the same kind of, in the same line, but hopefully, thank God, not with that severity. We have those uncivilized attitudes where we favor one another because of the some differences that we have, not because of the type of job or the values that really we are doing. And that favoritism happens that way. It's a behavior of uncivilized that every time they want to prove that they are superior in one way or another above somebody else. So anytime you see that superiority behavior that somehow wants to prove that it's superior, it exactly aligns with being uncivilized and doesn't matter where it is, in what way it is. One very good example is in Tehran, the capital of Iran. But sometimes you find some people that are, kind of uncivilized, and simply because I'm familiar with that, I'm going to use that as an example. People, for example, over there, they consider people of other cities or other parts of the country and even the world, lower than them. So if you're from Tehran, you're just simply good, just because you're from there. But you think it's going to finish there? If two people that are from Tehran, do you think they would consider themselves equal? The answer is no. Again, they will think, so how long have you been to Tehran? For how many generations have you been? And then it will go even further than that. Which part of the city do you live? What kind of car do you drive? What kind of job do you hold? How much income do you have? How big of a family you have? What kind of sport you play? Doesn't matter. It won't end. And civilized people, they want to prove that they are superior to somebody else, and they will fight it. In the West, sometimes we find some people that they have this behavior. For example, hey, can you drink your beer in just one shot? Oh, good for you. Or, I can just walk in the cold with the t-shirt. Can you do that? Sometimes, of course, we do this for fun, which is just fine. However, when people, they take it in a serious manner, then that's the problem, that we try somehow to show that we are superior to somebody else for whatever reason. Now, where does this go when it comes to politics? Politicians, some of them, they are simply uncivilized themselves, and they view and treat themselves uh, and others as on bases that are really are ridiculous. And they try to prove that superiority somehow. However, sometimes some of the politicians, they are aware of this behavior, and they are rather dirty politicians, that they believe in the system of divide and rule. So somehow they want to divide people, and then hopefully they will get one section to favor them, and then they try to win if there is an election. Now the problem is that people sometimes they think that I'm on the good side, so I get supported, for example, by this group. But it doesn't end there. It never does, because it is, again, it's an uncivilized attitude. When it goes further and further, the same people, they will find a way that why they are superior to you, that you were supporting them just a few days ago or some time back. So the moral of the story is this: uncivilized people, they look for differences and they want to prove that they are superior to the others. And If we are aware of this behavior, we will support the right people. And supporting the right people to come on top, it will help our society to improve a bunch. Thank you.